An XRP family member has returned to the Coin Alert channel. Who is waiting around if you haven't subscribed, dudes? Get in on the Coin Alert bandwagon by clicking the red subscribe button down below. After the long weekend, we are back to the work week, so let's see what's occurring as we head into Tuesday morning. Starting off on a somewhat downbeat note, it's clear that there has been some reversal in fortunes across the board. We will discuss the current situation. Going to let you in on some of my private ideas. Therefore, unwind and take it easy while you watch the show. As of right now, XRP is down around 6.2%. Just like I mentioned before, heading into Tuesday morning, the market as a whole is down. The current price of XRP is 245. The 24-hour trading volume of approximately $8 billion and the comparative valuation of Bitcoin, which is 148 billion, are both down 3%. A little caveat as usual. There is no intention of providing financial advice on this channel. Before putting your money into cryptocurrency, make sure you complete your own research. Markets are trembling as another $624 million was liquidated in the last 24 hours. About $430 million came from the longs, and about $200 million came from the shorts, for a total of $624.4 million in liquidation. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and other cryptocurrencies had their over-leveraged transactions wiped out. Fluctuations frequently leading to the subsequent surge proceed with caution, as this may present a favorable chance to DCA. I don't get it. People still use the biggest crypto market liquidation on Friday, and I'll never understand why. If you've been following my market analysis and updates, you can see that this major liquidation is related to what I said on the day of the crash. Emphasize that we shouldn't get our hopes up too quickly, despite the fact that Bitcoin's value has been increasing. Though it appears to be happening at the moment, a turnaround is yet possible. It appears that the Bitcoin price is heading towards the 23.6 Fibonacci support line, which must be maintained. If we fall below it, the possibility of falling to 108 and more significantly, around 107,000, remains a distinct possibility. However, let's examine this more closely to discover what else is going on. This, of course, is the most important piece of news. Launching in 2026, City Crypto Custody has partnered with third parties. Along with third-party collaborations, City is investigating the possibility of using a custody solution that was built in-house. The native cryptocurrency will be held by City as part of the future custody service. Ah, my bad. As an alternative, banks could be a good choice due to their extensive regulation and experience with asset custody. Wow, this is massive. Wow, this is just enormous. Recall that we mentioned, regulation coming in and banks getting the go-ahead. This exemplifies that perfectly. A few years ago, this would have been the stuff of fantasy, but now it's actually happening. In my opinion, this will soon become the standard. Many large banks and other financial service providers will be providing this to their customers. In my opinion, this is the ideal case to be studying. Wow, this is just enormous. Unlike on our channel, I don't think many people are paying attention to this. This is something that we should be keeping a careful eye on. About 12 minutes before the top of the hour today, EST, Federal Reserve Chair Powell will deliver a speech on the state of the economy and monetary policy. Could he bring up the topic of rate cuts? Regarding the rate cut, we are already aware from a probabilistic basis and believe it is pretty well fixed in stone. The market is still unprepared, in my opinion, for the rate cut. My point is that I still don't think the market has priced in a rate cut just yet. Either the market will push for one, or the FOMC meeting at the end of the month will set the stage for one. Alternately, we'll pump into November and December, which is where a lot of folks are speculating and might be quite interesting. Even though we have been experiencing some turbulent trading as of late, I still believe this month has the potential to be spectacular. However, observe this. I would also like you all to pay attention to this. Hence, the whale that earned 191 million shorts just then. His position has suddenly been increased, and he is now 500 million Bitcoin short, due to the China tariff news. How about you all take that? This is just insane. With 500 million, I believe someone is attempting to stir up conversation so that, as this person puts it, Krusty Others will talk about this individual. Perhaps they are merely engaging in trolling at this stage, because naturally, what are your thoughts on this crazy idea? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below, but glance over here. Despite widespread panic, BlackRock has continued to increase its Bitcoin holdings following the biggest crypto liquidation ever. Just look at what these dudes are up to. At our record level, they are amassing Bitcoin. It was plain to observe how quickly things have escalated. And when I say that, I mean that, retail generally tends to concentrate more on the shorter term time frame. But when I say that, we tend to think about the long term. Yes, as far as the future is concerned, a lot of people on the liquidation side of things got liquidated. Yet more reason to avoid leverage trading. If you're serious about spot holding and looking at the big picture, patience is vital. These large asset managers are engaging in such activity. They won't be around for at least another day or two. I would greatly appreciate it if you could grasp that. Although we've been discussing the possibility that the bull market is ending, I've already told you that it could be closer to the conclusion than the beginning. However, for the next 2 months, these individuals will not be present. During the next 6 months, these individuals will not be present. No matter what happens, they will continue to accumulate Bitcoin because they are focused on the long term. Furthermore, we have an ideal chart in front of us. Now let's proceed. Tokens that are compliant with ISO 222 provide more regulated passive income potential. Check out these Valor physical staking ETPs with XRP and XTC. Seriously important matters at hand. But first, let's see how the market is doing generally. It is evident that their level of dominance has increased. We dropped to 58.92%, but since then, the dominance has been trending downward, almost to the point of upset. It almost goes without saying that Bitcoin, as I showed you in my previous chart, has been falling and is ready to retest the 23.6 level. As previously stated, the door leading down to 108 opens when this section breaks. Something we should be cognizant of. If you're keeping tabs on the XRP price, you can see that additional P was on a lovely bounce, which, to tell you the truth, should indicate how quickly things are turning around. However, from the $91 level onwards, choppiness remains a possibility. I will keep bringing this up because many folks clearly missed out on a buying opportunity. Again, this pricing point allowed a lot of people to attend. For the entire planet, that was a 40% increase. Among the most valuable cryptocurrency assets in the world. There has been an 8% retracement since then, so you can see that there has been an 8% decline in the past several months. A whole day is left unsaid. You're demonstrating a great deal of strength, as I mentioned before. Bitcoin is heading in the wrong direction, and it's no secret that we're seeing some rejection. However, consider how far we got to 263, the exact level we mentioned, before being rejected at that crucial range, which is obviously a resistance. However, I am certain that the price will rise to this critical range again. However, we should be giving Bitcoin a bit more attention. Assuming Bitcoin achieves its necessary stability, XRP and other altcoins will likely make a strong push for price appreciation. However, we want to pay close attention to Bitcoin. How this week unfolds, however, is of paramount importance.